And when I talked to Carson Palmer, he seemed to say, Joe Burrow, you can't change it.
No, I mean, that's why I wanted out. Is I never felt like the organization was really trying to win a Super Bowl and really chasing a Super Bowl, because that's what today's day and age is. That the game today is you can't just hope you draft well and not go after free agents and you end up in the Super Bowl. You got to go get it. And I then went and played for Michael Bidwell in Arizona, and Michael was all about winning. Everything was about winning. The culture was about winning, and we, very fortunately, the year before I got to Arizona, I think they'd won a couple games or 3 or 4 games, and Michael Bidwell dug his feet in the ground, and I saw an owner say, we're going to go after this. We're going to do what it takes to win. And at the end of the day, when owners do what it takes to win and have that type of mentality, and everybody's on board, I saw it right before my eyes. We 10 wins, 11 wins, 12 wins, whatever it was, those next 3 years. And when the organization is completely behind doing what it takes to win, then and you got the right players, then that's the recipe for a Super Bowl. When you got good players, but you're not really forcing everybody in the organization's hand to do what we can to be better, to do what we can to win a Super Bowl. That's the difference in the NFL. You look at what Bob Kraft's done. You look at the teams that have had success year in, year out. You look at what goes on in Baltimore. I mean, that team is always good. That team is doing whatever it takes. They're willing to do whatever it takes to win, and that's why they're consistently in the playoffs, regardless who the quarterback is.
Carson Palmer's words became a big deal in Cincinnati, and understandably so, because here's Carson Palmer saying that organization is just happy being fine. But anything more than that, they're not pushing to be great. And I warned Joe Burrow, basically is what he's saying, that you can't change what's above you. I was arrogant enough to think that I could change it, and you can't, which is why I had to leave. And that's a pretty strong flare sent up from Carson Palmer, because he's a guy that lived it. He's a guy that was in that scenario, that same exact scenario from Joe Burrow. And when he said that, I said, wow. Usually you get guys that just toe the company line, say the right thing, and he is saying they were not committed to winning a Super Bowl. And I thought I could change it, and you can't. It is definitely a building storyline as we lead up into the draft. Will Joe Burrow agree to get drafted there and play? And if so, can he change a culture of just being fine with good and not pushing for great?